finally told my best friend of 20 years my biggest secret, and her response changed it all. I told my best friend what her brother did to me when I was 11, and she called me a liar. What do you do when your best friend's brother destroys your childhood, and 20 years later, you watch him volunteer to teach little girls ballet? Mia and I met in first grade, 22 years of sleepovers, secrets, matching friendship bracelets. Her family felt like mine, especially since my own home life was complicated. Her mom made me feel welcome at every dinner. Her dad drove me to school when mine couldn't, and her older brother Ryan was the cool one everyone looked up to. When I was 11, Ryan was 18. During sleepovers at Mia's house, he'd come into the guest room after everyone fell asleep. Multiple times. I won't go into details, but I spent years in therapy trying to process what happened. I never told Mia. How could I? Ryan was her hero, the golden child who could do no wrong. Plus, he left for college across the country right after, so I convinced myself I could just bury it. I kept showing up, kept smiling at family dinners, kept being Mia's best friend. Last month, Ryan moved back after 10 years away. He bought a house with his wife, Claire, who he met in college. Mia threw this massive welcome home party. The entire family was there, everyone buzzing with excitement. Ryan was finally home. I told myself I could handle it. I was 28 now, not 11. I had coping tools, breathing exercises. I could be in the same room as him for a few hours for Mia's sake. At the party, I even walked up to him. "Congratulations on the house," I said, trying to sound normal. That's when he looked at me. Really looked at me. And it was the exact same look from when I was 11. That way he'd stare everywhere except my eyes. My whole body went cold. Claire stood right there, 7 months pregnant, talking about nursery colors. They were having a girl. Mia couldn't stop gushing about becoming an aunt, about how Ryan was going to be such a good dad. He was already reading parenting books, she said, setting up the perfect nursery with hand-painted clouds on the ceiling. I tried to smile along, but I ended up locked in the bathroom, throwing up. 2 weeks later, at Mia's daughter's 5th birthday party, I watched Ryan with the younger cousins, girls around 10 and 11. He pushed them on the swings, normal uncle stuff, but then I heard it. That laugh, that specific way he'd rest his hand on their shoulders just a second too long. How he'd lean in close and whisper something that made them giggle. Making sure he was the favorite, the cool uncle who really understood them. Mia noticed me staring. "Isn't it sweet how good he is with kids?" she said. I left early, claiming a headache. Last week, Mia called me, excited. Ryan had signed up to volunteer at a dance studio, teaching ballet to 10 to 12-year-olds. He told everyone he wanted to understand girls' interests before his daughter got older. The whole family thought it was adorable. A grown man learning ballet to be a better girl dad. Mia showed me the Facebook posts from other moms at the studio. "Mr. Ryan is so patient. The girls adore him. We need more men who care like this." The photos showed thin little girls in leotards, hair pulled into tight buns. Mia asked if I wanted to come watch his first recital rehearsal. He was helping with costume fittings, she explained, making sure all the girls felt comfortable and confident. He'd even volunteered to stay late to give individual attention to the struggling dancers, the shy ones, the ones who needed extra encouragement. I stared at my best friend of 22 years, smiling and proud, having absolutely no idea she was describing exactly how it started with me. That's when I knew I had to tell her. I couldn't watch him do this again, not while everyone called him wonderful. I spent 3 days practicing in the mirror, writing it all down, calling my therapist twice. Finally, I asked Mia to meet me at her apartment. I sat her down and told her everything, every single detail I'd buried for 17 years. She held my hand the whole time. When I finished, tears filled her eyes. "I believe you," she whispered, squeezing my hand. "I'm so sorry that happened to you."